So let's discuss the rear T and the rear applique. In another video, I had the awesome opportunity to travel to Middleton, Delaware to talk to the guys who found and installed and made up and came up with this great idea. They have it copyrighted. These are the men on the cutting edge of some aftermarket items in the Tesla. You see here the lighted T. When I put my foot on the brakes, this will light up. We're going to talk about the applique in a second, but this will light up. But you notice now that I've had this on my car since 2015. And you notice that the light is not burning as bright anymore because the LED is out. Well, when I went up to Middleton, I got a test of the new Tesla T. This is a one-piece T. I know that sounds strange. It's all one piece. The Tesla back in the day, they had an LED light here for this long curved piece, and then they had an LED light under the Tesla T. So now this is just one item underneath. See that? That's all one item, one LED light, and it's bright. It is version 4. I'm lucky enough to be on the cutting edge with these guys. I didn't lend any money as far as investing into this, but they use me a lot of times for testing the product, and I've had this on my car, I said, for about 3 years. Now this T is out, and then I got this T, and we're gonna have this T installed in the very near future, and I'll do a video with that. And along with the lighted applique. The lighted applique is just unbelievable. Unfortunately, I cannot work the lighted applique with my phone in my hand because I do have some features on the lighted applique. When I'm parked, you'll see some cool lights, and I think I will run a video of that towards the end of this video with the new version. But again, I pulled off my old applique, which is right here. This is the old applique. I'm gonna put it over here. This, is aluminum, I do believe. And I was, again, trying to make my car different. I put little carbon fiber letters over the TLSLA. Didn't quite pop the way I wanted to. And then I ran across Rick Heisel, who is the founder of the lighted applique and the lighted T. And man, once I saw that display back in 2015, early 2016, I wanted one. I was going to drive to wherever he was just to get one. And come to find out, he lives in Maryland. He was always a tinkerer, some type of engineer. And he founded the lighted T and the lighted applique along with 3 other people. One guy from New Jersey, a guy from Connecticut, and another guy from Philadelphia who is now running the site on their Tesla site. On their aftermarket site. I'll give you that site information a little bit later on. I think it's called TeslaLights.com, I do believe. But anyway, for me to be, again, over the top, I just have to be over the top. They were making the lighted applique with this little thin piece of aluminum, right? And it pops off right here. And then you put a new one on, where the new one has a light board in it, right? And they were making it out of this same flimsy material. And me being different, I didn't want the flimsy material. One of my friends, along with Henry, who you might have seen in the video, my fraternity brother, one of my other friends named Kevin has an old 1955 car, and he wanted chrome. He said, I just give it an old school chrome. And so we said, yeah, can you give us an old school chrome applique? And he said yes. And I didn't think he knew what he was getting into because he had a hard time getting this applique chrome. He's only did 3. It's so hard to get done. We had this milled and done in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at a chrome shop. He said it was difficult, at least. They had to pop off the letters, put the light board back behind it, had the TLSLA all hooked up and everything. And he said it was just too difficult to do. He's not gonna do anymore. So I have a very rare applique that is made out of chrome. The control panel is, once you get this undone, they pull all this out, the original one, and then they come back in and they hook all these wires up. It is so painful to see. And I think I have a video of it in when I went to Middletown, Delaware, and I'll show you a little bit of that video of what they did. But right now it's fairly easy now because they can pull off this right here. The controller is up in this panel here. It's about 15 or 16 different wires. So you're talking about brake lights, turn signal lights, reverse lights. And then if you want to put it in a charge mode, if you want to put it in a disco mode, if you want to have different type of colors, if you want to do a night rider mode where the old lights go from left to right, the faded S. I mean, just a whole amount of stuff that you can play with. It's all stuck in this controller back here in this metal part, in this plastic part. Initially, they pulled all of this plastic part down. They had to get all the wires straight. And they found out that Teslas are wired differently every year. So 2015 Teslas, the brown wire could be left turn signal. 2016 Teslas, the brown wire could be reverse signal. I mean, it is such a mess when you try to go back here and screw around with original factory stuff. But this is why these guys do it. They are very great in what they do. They're very knowledgeable, and they're only one of the few people I trust when it comes to putting their hands on my car and tearing it all to pieces. Very nerving experience, but it was well worth it, and I enjoy it. And when I get the new version on, I will share that video with you. You see, I was just trying to turn it on one more time. You kind of see the lights flash right there when I put the lock it, see? Like that. So that's what it does. Really cool. Now, let me tell you this. Once you get in the car reverts back to the National Transportation Highway Standards. So this brake light will illuminate, right? That will turn bright red. This will also turn bright red. When I put my turn signals on, it will go from that way, and then if I put on my right turn signals, it'll go that way. When I put my reverse lights on, this will turn white, and then it will do a little cool demo fading to S. So it turns white, and then the TELA will fade, and then the S will remain bright to match the reverse lights back here. So that's when you're driving. You can't have all that disco and all that charge stuff flashing while you are driving. It's probably a distraction for other drivers. As soon as you put it in park, you can have the modes going on. And again, I'm not going to show you the modes. I'm going to show you the modes when I get the new one installed, because it's much more brighter, much more, and in the daytime, it was phenomenal. And I got that video that you will see a little bit later on in this series. So again, this is the lighted T, the applique. I'm always doing something in this vehicle. Just try to be a little bit ahead of the game.
Right here.
Hold on, something else. All right.
This is power, and this is power. These two lines are power.
And this is from, see, this is a different system, so I'm sorry I don't understand
This is 12 volts from the car.
Coming from my car, where should that go?
Going to here.
To the applique or to the
Yeah,
unit?
that's why it's not lit.
Here, try this and see if you have power here.
Yep.
Okay?
Power.
All right.
Yep,
So if you have power to here, maybe the controller is
You got power.
to there. I made it a little longer so you'd have something to chew into if you want.
This is the longest part, then the most frustrating part,
The wire.
the wiring. Every car is wired
Well, at
different.
least we don't
Every
have to
year,
run the wires to the sources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year is it's a different version of
We're
wiring,
still not getting power here.
as we found out.
Hold on a second. Give me,
Oh.
give me this.
Now
for a
I know
second.
what it is.
I want to test something here.
Yeah.
I got power.